In crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb and Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb and Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
And welcome back to the Blockchain Brew morning show, where I come at you with a different kind of brew in the morning, of a sugar-free vanilla latte, iced, because it's not socially acceptable for me to crack a beer at 10:43 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, pardon the background noise out there. There's people doing the roof on my garage. Time to go all in. Well, some say so. Some say so. And we're going to dive into what the charts are telling me this morning. Pardon the background noise. Like I said, there's some people doing the roof on my garage. We're going to try to finish the garage and make it, kind of like a content studio. So anyways, yes, I would say time to go all in with a caveat. Also, if this is your first time here, smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel to join the Brew Crew, the most hydrated community on YouTube. We come at you on the evening shows with a different craft beer every night. And yeah, let's dive on into it. We might not be the biggest, the best, or the brightest crypto community on YouTube, but we're definitely the most hydrated. So there you have it. Let's go ahead and jump on in to some news. So first up, I have to share my screen before I do anything. Let's see here. So we have this whale alert. Let me make sure I'm up. And expand the screen here. Okay, whale alert. 2 billion USDT has been minted at Tether Treasury. And I was looking for articles about this morning. I'm surprised there aren't more articles out there already about this. But you can see right here on chain, there's the hash. So you can see where the mint happened, and 2 billion treasure, 2 billion Tether sorry, I was reading Tether Treasury. 2 billion USDT minted by Tether today on September 4th, 2025 at 8:42 a.m. So what does this mean? What's the takeaway from that? Well, guys, when Tether starts to print more USDT, when the stablecoin supply starts going up in the market, it's because they're preparing for a greater demand for liquidity coming into the market. Okay, they're doing it in order to cushion the amount of liquidity that is in the market. And we all know that if you trade, you do so with stables on all of these exchanges. Yeah, there's some USD pairs these days, but that's become more of a recent development. But guys, it's not just Bitcoin dominance that's important here, and we're going to look at Bitcoin dominance in the charts. We're also going to look at USDT dominance, right? We're going to look at Tether dominance, because anytime that Tether is printing, you need to ask yourself why they are printing, okay? So if Tether dominance is going down, then there's two reasons Tether dominance goes down, okay? Reason number one is that liquidity is flowing into Bitcoin. Reason number two is that that liquidity is preparing to flow into Ethereum and down to altcoins, right? As a preparation for altcoin season. Okay, so those are the two reasons. Now, in a bear market, Tether dominance will go down as Bitcoin dominance is going up. Okay, so let me change the bottom banner here. And here we go with this next article. SEC unveils new rulemaking plan to reform crypto regulation. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission is unveiling a new rulemaking plan. Oh, hold on. I got to check something. Sorry about that. I think, the gate was open outside and someone walked into my house. And with when you have dogs, that's kind of, concerns you a little bit. But that was my fault. I should have had it locked. My mom walked in. Anyways, let's see here. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission is unveiling a new rulemaking plan to reform pre-existing crypto regulations. The agenda will see the regulator make broad proposals to revamp cryptocurrency regulations and reduce rules that Wall Street and the crypto industry have deemed burdensome. The announcement is the latest in a line of pro-cryptocurrency decisions that the SEC has already made in 2025. Embracing the industry it previously ruled over with an iron fist. And so here we go. SEC unveils new rulemaking plan to reform crypto regulations. The SEC outlined several of its initiatives to overhaul existing cryptocurrency policies, something Chair Paul Atkins reviewed in July. Those include proposing rules about the offer and sale of digital assets, with which the SEC said could potentially include certain exemptions and safe harbors, and clarifying how its broker-dealer rules apply to crypto. Additionally, the regulator said it will consider amending its rules to allow for crypto to be traded on national securities exchanges and alternative trading systems. Such decisions would be a huge win for the digital asset industry, which is already on the rise in 2025. This regulatory agenda reflects that it is a new day at the Securities and Exchange Commission, Atkins said in a statement. The items on the agenda represent the Commission's renewed focus on supporting innovation, capital formation, market efficiency, and investor protection. This week, the SEC has already fueled cryptocurrencies' higher prices by clearing the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ to offer spot Bitcoin and Ethereum trading. Furthermore, the regulator said earlier this summer it plans to hold several crypto roundtables later this year to discuss the flourishing industry and ways to regulate it safely while still allowing it to grow. This is a complete 180-degree turn from how the SEC under former chair Gary Gensler ran crypto last year. Since Donald Trump's return to the White House, the regulator has become far more pro-crypto, paving the way for the industry to surge. The landmark approval of the Genius Stablecoin Act, as well as numerous crypto ETFs this year, had set the stage for the crypto industry to continue its growth. However, things don't appear over for the SEC yet in terms of crypto regulation and reform. Indeed, the regulator also announced plans to propose a plan for rationalization of disclosures. The agency's core work involves establishing disclosure requirements aimed at enhancing transparency and mitigating risk for investors. The SEC also flagged a plan to reduce compliance burdens for public companies in connection with shareholder proposals. So, guys, the takeaway here, you have the SEC coming out saying that they are going to be, Amelia says, what kind of dogs do you have? I have 2 Dalmatians. One is an 8-year-old boy. He'll be 9 in December. We got him from an Amish guy in Ohio. And I have a girl. She's probably about 9 months old. We got her here in California, and she's a Dalmatian with brown spots. So, yeah. So guys, the SEC is saying that they are deregulating the barriers between crypto and Wall Street. That's what they're telling you. And we covered yesterday how the SEC is allowing the New York Stock Exchange to host spot Bitcoin and Ethereum trading. So guys, this is really big stuff. There are investors out there that there are big investors out there. There's big money out there that will buy Bitcoin and Ethereum just because it's on the NASDAQ. Just because spot trading is available on NASDAQ. It sounds silly because why wouldn't you just go to Coinbase, right? Or crypto.com? Why, those are well-established rails at this point. So why wouldn't you just do that, right? It sounds silly, but the truth of the matter is that that there is big money out there that will scoop up Bitcoin and ETH because it's on NASDAQ and because it's on the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, so there you go. I kept saying NASDAQ. I think I meant to say New York Stock Exchange the whole time. Pardon my slip. So let's see here. Next up, U.S. unemployment numbers surpassed job openings for the first time in 4.5 years. This shows labor market is too weak. September rate cut is confirmed. So there's that. You gotta give me a second while I look at numbers over here on YouTube. Okay. And yeah, so the Fed Watch tool has risen up to 96% now. 96% odds of a rate cut in September. So I covered this yesterday too, that you have this scenario that's setting up where we get rate cuts, Clarity Act, right, the market structure bill, and then altcoin ETF season, right? Altcoin ETF season, because all of the biggest altcoin ETF filings are coming due for decision in October, right? XRP, Solana, Cardano, they're all coming due for final decision in October. They cannot delay it anymore. They have to approve it or deny it. And we also just had a senator yesterday. Well, we covered it yesterday. I don't know when he said it, but yesterday we showed where he said that the market structure bill, the Clarity Act, should be, could be passed in the next few weeks, he said. So we have rate cuts, market structure bill, crypto altcoin ETF season, and probably another rate cut in October as well. So guys, we're entering into a big moment for crypto in Q4. And whether we think the top is in Q4 or not, Q4 is still going to bring a top. It's still going to bring a very important bullish move to the crypto market, in my opinion. So there we go. I have some, not my whole portfolio, but I have a lot of sell targets that I think will be reached in Q4, regardless of whether we pump into next year or not, regardless of whether we, perhaps fail a Santa rally this year and go on a big dip and then roar back in 2026. I don't know. Regardless, I'm looking to offload a very decent amount in Q4 of this year either way. That way I cement the fact that I don't round trip the bull run, right? So let's see. So the US has more unemployed people than job openings for the first time since April 2021. Guys, that's pretty huge. That's pretty huge. There's definitely a weakness in the labor market right now. Definitely a weakness in the labor market. And the fact that there's more unemployed people than job openings for the first time since April 2021, the Fed is now forced to cut rates 100%. And look, we're gonna wait on the Friday. We're gonna wait on tomorrow's job market data to really say 100%. If you're in our Discord, you would see Muffhead in there in the Discord telling us that Friday is the day. Maybe I'll just find the post real quick. What did he say? Yeah, he said Friday is the big day that's going to dictate rate cuts or not. And he says be sure to check out U6 on table A15 of the report. So yeah, I mean that's the truth. Yesterday he also said, maybe I'll share the tab so you can see it. Guys, join our Discord for free while it's still free. There you go. Said ISM Manufacturing Employment Index, 43.8, up slightly from 43.4 in July 2025. That modest uptick still keeps it firmly in contraction territory, even with hiring slightly less disastrous. The manufacturing labor market is not exactly flourishing. It marks the 7th straight month of contraction in employment since January. It hasn't cracked 45, and 33 of the past 40 months have seen declines since May 2022. Guys, that's because, May 2022 was like we were entering into quantitative tightening for sure. Like we were already in the swing of rate hikes, and then we had a little bit of a cut last year in Q4, but it was really only a fake out from the Fed, and we've been paused ever since. We've just held steady ever since, and the Fed is extremely behind on rate cuts. They're very, very behind on rate cuts, and so the employment market the job market has suffered since 2022. And like he said, it's the 7th. Where did I see that? The 7th straight month of contraction in employment. And 33 of the past 40 months have seen decline since May 2022. Man, and you couple that over here with the fact that I just can't get over this. Like, there are more unemployed people than job openings for the first time since April 2021. So we've got to cut. Look, this is not good. This is just speculation. This is not going to happen. But what if they cut rates by 50 basis points? What if they cut rates by 1 whole point? Because this spooks them a little bit. I don't know. Not going to happen, I don't think, because what the Fed watch tool predicts is always what happens. But I guess at the end of the day, it is just that. It's still a prediction, and it could be wrong. So, jobs slowing, rate cuts coming, fuel for risk assets. Exactly. Unemployment overtaking job openings after 4.5 years signals real weakness. A September rate cut looks locked in. I would agree. So this guy says the data is real in July. Unemployment did exceed job openings for the first time since April 2021, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics JOLTS report, but explicitly stating that a September rate cut is confirmed is premature. There's no official Fed announcement yet. Check out Reuters' report on July job openings decline. Okay, well, this guy just basically said, no matter how strong the data is, saying anything is premature until Powell takes the podium. And that's kind of a Captain Obvious sort of post right there. Like, yes, we know that there's no official announcement yet. Like, we're very well aware of that. But to say that the strength of the data overwhelmingly supports a certain path is not premature. I don't think so. The labor market finally flipped. More unemployment than job openings for the first time in nearly 5 years. That's a huge signal for the Fed. Weakening jobs data was the missing piece, and now it all but guarantees a September rate cut. Markets aren't just pricing it in, they're demanding it. And I want to be careful about saying that this is priced in. I heard, I'll just say who it was that I was watching. It's no shade on them, but Crypto Kid over on the Moon Show live stream. You know, I was watching him the other day, sort of saying that, basically saying that he thinks that September, you know, is still going to be red, and saying that that the rate cut is priced in, and saying that the FOMC meeting is going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. And honestly, that's a hard sell for me, because FOMC in September of last year was not a buy the rumor, sell the news event. FOMC September 2024 sort of single-handedly caused a green September last year. And we showed yesterday that anytime there's been a green September, historically, it's led to a green October, November, and December. So, I don't know. I don't think this is priced in. I think that the official announcement of a cut is going to give the markets room to breathe. It's going to be a breath of fresh air to the markets, and I definitely believe that traders and market makers alike are going to react. So. See here. 50 basis point cut required. That would be really great. Here's this right here. If any of you guys out there are software engineers, you got a $500,000 a year salary, guys. That's more than the president. Automate your job before someone else does. Software engineer, we build RL environments to automate software engineering and eventually the entire economy. This is from Mechanize. No clue what they do, but hey, if you're a software engineer, throw your hat in there for a $500,000 a year salary. All right, let's go ahead and dive on into the charts. Share this tab. Guys, I have not once started talking about something or started reading something on the screen without it actually being up on the screen for you guys. So I'm batting 100% this morning. I'm gonna lock this in. So let's see here. Now that I said that is right when I'm gonna switch to another tab and forget to click share this tab instead. Okay, so here on the daily chart for BTC, you can see where we let me see if I can fix a couple of things right here for you guys. Okay, so guys, we broke out of this falling wedge, this downtrend that started on August 14th, 2025. We've broken out of this downtrending this significant downtrending line of resistance here. Broke out of that, and this was also a sort of falling wedge that we broke out of. Now we broke resistance here, came up to meet the 21-day moving average at $112,554, and we rejected off of the 21-day moving average. That shows you that bearish pressure is still very much in the market. It shows you that we're not out of the woods per se. It shows you that the bears are not giving up the fight too easily here. However, what have we done? We've, on this red candle here, we've come back down to retest the breakout of the falling wedge, and we've come back down here to bounce from this green box, this previous support resistance flip that I've been talking about on the show for quite some time. And right now we're creating a wick off of it. So if this candle closes with a wick off of that level, that's going to be a very good sign in my opinion. Yesterday, the MACD, call it by its government name, the moving average convergence divergence. I'll zoom it out for you here. Right, yesterday it had printed a bullish cross, and the histogram turned from neutral to green. The problem is that did not confirm. Sorry, I meant to say yesterday. Yesterday after the daily close is what I mean. So today's candle, right? It was showing that. However, it did not confirm yet. And so as the candle came red down here, then we see this little separation, right? The blue line was crossing the orange line, and now we see them separating from each other a little bit. What I don't want to see is for those lines to separate and then kind of actually come back down like this. Don't want to see that. But guys, they are still looking to cross here. The histogram has turned from red to neutral. It's looking to turn to green, and we're looking to put in a bullish cross below the signal line, which are all great signs. Okay. The stochastics are neutral on the daily, and the RSI is below neutral. So there is plenty of momentum to run if the bulls can get re-energized here. So coming down to the 4-hour chart, guys, also, if anyone has a coin that you want me to take a look at, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Also, why does my chart look like that on the screen? It hasn't looked like that the whole time. Oh, right when I changed it to the 4-hour. So all I need to do is reset it. There you go. Yeah, guys, if anyone has a coin, feel free to, you want me to chart, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Real Meta says, are we breaking up now? Well, I mean, like I said, we've bounced off of this green range. Stochastics are very low on the 4-hour, and that coincides with getting a bounce right here off of, the retest of the breakout, of the falling wedge, and bouncing off of the green line, which represents the previous support resistance flip. So it's a great area to bounce from. So far, so good. But we've still got to get above this 21 MA on the 4-hour. Let's see what the hour is telling us. Okay, so Bitcoin really needs to it really needs to get above this 200 moving average on the 1 hour, right? We fell below it this morning, and that's never a good sign. However, again, we're retesting a breakout and we're bouncing from a critical level at a support resistance flip. So I think we could definitely get above this and keep running, but it's something that you just have to watch for right now. Do you reject off the 200, or do you break through it? You know, if you break through it, you've got to sort of break through it with enough momentum to cause this 21 to start curving back up. Because right now it's curving down and it wants to come across this 200, which is just on the 1 hour chart. So that wouldn't be anything crazy. Hopefully it would cause us to just sort of double bottom right here, or come a little bit lower and put in a swing down on the price, with maybe a potential swing up on the RSI, if that happens. So we either break through this 200, which I don't think I see us doing just yet, or we come down and create a double bottom, or even better, maybe a bullish divergence. Now, that could be sending us back to 109 or a little lower, who knows. Let's see. Now I got to get rid of the things that I just drew because they were hypothesis. All right, I'll come down to the 5 minute. Okay, so the 5 minute, wants to push up still, but Stokes are high. So here's what I would say if you're looking for a long. I would say don't trust a long until the price is flagging out above the 200 moving average and the price is touching the 21 with low stochastics. So that's an entirely different chart setup than what we have in front of us right now. So I would not trust a long yet. Now, I said I wouldn't trust a long yet. It doesn't mean I wouldn't take a long. those are two different things. Sometimes you just get that itch and you just got to do it, right? Pro and XRP, he said. See, and you know, look what just happened. That's what I was worried about, was falling down from this 100 moving average right here, which, if I go back to the hour, right, look at how we're wicking right off of the 200. Yeah, that's what I was concerned about, is rejecting off of the 200 there. So I don't know. We'll see. Stokes are lower than neutral on the 1 hour. RSI is trying to break bullish here, and the MACD is trying to round a bottom and cross bullish. So it's something to watch, but it's something to watch over the next couple hours, over the next few hours even. It's not something to act on right now, for sure. Let me look at the 1 minute real quick. Yeah, 1 minute. I mean, it's losing the 21. If it can bounce from the 50, that's pretty good. Stokes are low. 1 minute might take another run for it here. See, but then you're left with the same dilemma. You come back to the 5 minute. You're left with the same dilemma. You know, you make another run for it. Do you just reject off of the 100 again? Which is the 200 on the 1 hour? I don't know. So it's something to watch over the next few hours. You know, let me come back to the daily and get, leave you with some more perspective, because I don't want to leave you with just a short-term analysis. Like I said on the daily, you know, I don't want to see this bearish engulfing candle close like this, but I mean, it's not the worst thing if it does. Look, I think we have a bad habit sometimes of taking one piece of technical analysis and acting on it, right? A bearish engulfing candle, yeah, it's not a good sign. However, there's many times where the price doesn't go lower on that. Like, look at this bearish engulfing candle right here. It was actually the bottom. Look at this bearish engulfing candle right here. Price just kind of chopped sideways for quite a while after that. Look at this bearish engulfing candle up here, and yeah, it was the beginning of a shorter term downtrend. However, that was right after a double top. So you've got to take other things into the analysis. But either way, I don't want to see this. Still don't want to see that bearish engulfing candle close like that. But it's not the worst thing. At the end of the day, like I said, we are retesting. We could go all the way down to 108, and this would still be true. We could go all the way down to 107.2 again, and what I'm saying would still be true. We're retesting the breakout of a downtrend. We're retesting the breakout of a falling wedge and a long downtrending line of resistance. And we are attempting to bounce from previous support resistance flip, which is anything in the range of these two green lines. So yeah, I mean, a little more wait and see, but if we hold these levels, then it's a very, very good sign with rate cuts coming around the corner that we're going to turn around in a very positive way. So let's see. Guys coming over to Discord here. I'll come back to come to Twitter first. Share this tab instead. Guys, if you want to trade with free money, create an account on BYDFi with our link in the description. Get a $1,000 bonus when you deposit $5,000 worth of assets. No minimum trading required. Simply deposit and start trading with your bonus. And you get when you deposit $100, you get a 60% bonus, a $60 bonus in your bonus wallet. You deposit $500 and get a 20% bonus at $100. Deposit $1,000 and get a 20% bonus at $200, and deposit greater than $5,000 and get a 20% bonus at $1,000. Guys, if you have no business trading your own capital because you're a new trader, you don't understand leverage yet, guys, simply make your deposit, and when you get your bonus, trade with your bonus, not with your own capital. You can withdraw your bonus if you want to. It's not to my advantage to tell you that because we get commission from trading fees. So it's more to my advantage that you trade with the whole amount that you deposit. But I'm just telling you, if you're looking for a come up, this is an easy way to make a deposit and trade with free money that you get in your bonus. So the other advantage to this is when you deposit at least $100 in your BYDFi futures account, then you're able to come over here to our Discord and you're able to verify your user ID here in the Discord, granting you access to the VIP channels where you get scalp signals, right? This scalp signal along on Athena would have got you a 142% gain. This what I'm eyeing right now is this long. Let me see if I can find the Athena one from back here. Okay, there you go. On 827, it's signaled along on Athena. And this scalp kind of became a swing, right? That happens sometimes. But, here's where it gave you a long position, an entry at 62 cents with a stop loss at 58 cents, and 6 take profit levels. So price rose from there pretty well. Right, the entry was at 62 cents, and it looks like they closed at 72 cents. And on 10x leverage, that was a 142% gain. So there you go. You're able to get access to these VIP trading signals by signing up for BYDFi with our link, depositing at least $100 into your futures account, and verifying your user ID in the Discord, which is also linked in the description. And here's the signal that I'm eyeing right now. It's a long on Ondo, entry between 93 cents and 88 cents, a stop loss at 84 cents, and 6 take profit levels. And on this one, it's telling you to use 5x leverage. It doesn't always tell you how much leverage to use. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But right here, it's saying use 5x. So what they're looking at is the break of this downtrend here, and this moving average curving up. So let's go look at that on my chart and see what I think about it. Ondo. Let's go to the 1 hour chart, and we're losing the 200 EMA here, or the 200 moving average. There is a scenario where we have like a hidden bullish divergence here. It's just on the hourly chart, so it's not, you shouldn't take it to the bank, right? But there is that scenario. Even if we come down like this and the RSI comes down more, that's even a better, that's even a cleaner signal, to be honest. Hidden bullish divergence is a continuation pattern, a sign of trend continuation, and it's marked by a swing up on price with a swing down on RSI. And what it's telling you is that as the momentum oscillator experiences more bearishness, the price actually maintains a higher low. And that's showing you that you're likely to continue a trend, right? In this case, it would be a trend upward, right? So anything down as low as 88 cents, which was the range that the bot gave you, anything down to 88 cents with lower RSI would still create a hidden bullish divergence. I'd like to see that, at least up here. I'd like to see it hold 90 cents for it to look really clean, but let's see, 4 hour chart. And Ondo just got really big news, that tokenization of over 200 stocks are live now. Wall Street tokenization through Ondo is a very big deal, and they just hit a very big milestone with that yesterday. So it can be due for some action. Four-hour chart, stochastics are very low. They're down here at 0. So I might take this trade. I'm not showing I did it again, guys. I'm not showing the chart. There you go. Well, look, I'll go back to the 1 hour and you can see the hidden bullish divergence. Right? Could come down lower. Right? But you have a swing up on price with a swing down on RSI. If we come lower, RSI could come lower like that, and price could come lower like that, and we'd even have a more clean looking hidden bullish divergence. So there we go. Ondo on the 4 hour chart. Like I said, stochastics are at 0. Daily chart. We're actually really trying to hold the 200 MA on the daily for Ondo. And the Stokes appear to be getting a move up. We also have this triangle pattern here. Which is showing me that it's showing me that we really shouldn't go below like 88 cents. The 1 minute just made a really nice bottom, and it's bouncing back pretty nice right now. I think I will take this trade after I get off, and the trade that I will be taking is exactly what the bot said right here. Trading pair Ondo USDT, use 5x leverage, long position with an entry between 93.9321 and 88 cents, stop loss at 84 cents, 6 take profit levels. So that's the trade that I'm going to take here. So we will see how that goes. Now, if I get off and I look and I decide not to take it, like, don't crucify me. I'm just saying the way I'm thinking right now is I'm going to take it. So. Real Meta says trading on BitFi is easy. That's right. No KYC, no VPN. You just sign in with your email address and get going. Crow and XRP. Take a quick look for you. Crow on the daily. You know, we're still coming down into this this green zone that I drew on Crow some days ago. Stochastics are coming down. You know, the longer we do this, the more the 21-day moving average is coming up to meet price action. You know, RSI has made a move toward neutral. So if you took profits on Crow and you're looking for a re-entry, this is not a bad area in my opinion. XRP. You know, XRP is just it's stuck on struggle street right now, but that's okay. We look like we want to hold the 100-day moving average, which would be very nice if it does. MACD wants to, you know, histogram moving from red to neutral, and it's done that a few times, but this is the first significant time that the MACD line has been underneath the 0 line. So that move on the histogram from red to neutral is positive. It's showing us that we're trying to get momentum. Okay. We have a bit of a double bottom here. So yeah, we got to see what happens. Yeah, that's about all I have for today. I should have changed my banner down here. So there we go. Guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode, to another morning show, and another installment, if you will, of the Blockchain Brew morning show. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you for our regularly scheduled, slightly more intoxicated evening show, where if you tune in enough, one day you're gonna find some drunken TA going on. So there you go. Smash the likes, sub to the channel. We'll see you this evening, and I'm gonna play the intro videos as outro videos just for a little more watch time. So cheers and have a good day.
In crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb & Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal. Anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb & Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
you.